Well, Humboldt Grace is we are a nonprofit. We work through a nonprofit, a very well-established nonprofit in Humboldt County called the Ink People. And they have sponsored us as a nonprofit for empowering the communities that have been impacted by the drug war. I grew up in an area, I grew up between two worlds, and one of those worlds was immersed deep in the Emerald Triangle and in the cannabis culture. And through that experience, I saw how the oppression of the drug war really impacted myself and people around me. And Humboldt Grace is really a way for us to share the core values of what brought this plant to where it is now with the rest of the industry. And also a way to take the resources that are being created in this big industry to help empower that culture so it stays true and remains where it is around sustainability, living one with nature, and all those other core values that really are what brought this industry to where it is. Right now, we just finished what we call the Fire Recovery Project, where we're now giving out $500 vouchers to not just cannabis farmers, but all community members and local organizations that were impacted by the fires last year. And we're also working on a really cool project called the Legacy Project that is around genetics. And then I also have an app that is coming out in September. And we've been working on it I've been working on the project for about 7 years. The app developer has been working on his project for about 2 years. And we built something really special that has a very unique blockchain/ledger hashtag thing created to protect breeders' genetics. So the power stays in the breeders' hands. And it also brings them to market really easily through smart contracts and licensing agreements. I see it as a way to empower the small farmer and kind of turn the market back around. So we start really looking at this plant for the value that it brings medicinally, experientially, instead of just how much THC it is. So that's really what I'm doing right now. My story is a lifelong story, and I don't think this is the place to get into it, but I grew up with this plant, and I've been around this plant my whole life, and I grew up in a really amazing community that has curated this plant for over 6 generations. And I really appreciate all of you for doing this work to help it bring it forward to everyone. So thank you. Thank you for asking me to be here.